Man, I hope you don't run into anything immune to fire. That'd be a problem. Divine Life. I wonder how much mitigation I'm getting from the armor aura. Hang on. Let's see. Armor, let's see. Estimated physical damage reduction, 65%. If I turn this off, 43. So I'm getting like 22% Fizz DR from the aura. That's not bad. Seems like caster but has minions. What's that? Also, follow for Goers 2. Love to see you play PoE. That's what I will do to this league. Hello, Eunice. Currently playing. You know, here I'll link it in the chat again. I'm following this guy's guide. I have played PoE in the past, and I've gotten to level 92, but I've never beaten the current endgame bosses. So this league, I'm trying out following a build guide that another PoE content creator made. And that's the one that I'm doing right now. Absolution Necromancer.
Too much clutter.
Uh-oh. We can do this.
Lunaris.
Are you doing SSF? Not doing SSF, but I purposefully picked a build that was safe for SSF because that meant that the build worked pretty good without requiring any specific items, which means you don't have to trade with other people as much. And I love this game. I hate trading in this game. So that's the reason.
Exile.
But I'm not SSF just to keep my options open. Okay, so next up we take this for more health, and that puts us at 2,700. And, yo, I feel so laggy around all these people with their cosmetics.
Welcome to... Well met.
We still have...
Going to my town. Alright.
Good luck to you.
Hello. Oh, it's you. We'll get to it right away.
Decisions must...
Let's see, Divine Life Flask. That is higher level. Let's do that. I just picked that up because I thought it was interesting. I don't know that I'll use it. Okay. And when you go there, you just go here and go the other way. I tend to play SSF anyways. I have played a lot of SSF characters in the past because often people are like, Muck, why does your build suck? And I'm like, oh, you know, it's SSF. This is the best gear I've gotten so far. And they're like, oh, okay. And they get off my back. So, just to reduce, like, chat aggro, I would play SSF because I wasn't intending to trade. And, yeah, here we are. Like, it would just reduce how much crap would get thrown at me. So it's like, oh, if I'm not going to trade with any other people either way, might as well just do this.
My greatest regret is not being there to witness the bedlam that led to the state of
Large
this
cluster jewel. Ow. Get off my tree!
When I'm ready, and not before.
What? Where's the last mob? I want a timer! Oh my gosh. That took a lot of time to find that last mob. SSF Ruthless is even more extreme. How does Ruthless work exactly? I don't know that I've ever played that one. What does that do? Are you in like a separate Ruthless league? Or is it just like you start and your mobs are tougher, but you're still in the same trade system as everybody else or something? Less of everything drops, monsters are harder. Resurrection. I've got to find the Ankh. Kill this lady's boyfriend again. Way more organized than your Guild Wars 2 bags. Yo, my Guild Wars 2 bags, everything is exactly where I need it to be. You leave my bags alone. You get gems from quests, but you can't buy gems. Can you trade with other people? So, does Ruthless Trade League trade with the normal league, or is just Ruthless trade with other Ruthless? Green gates. Ruthless trades with other Ruthless. Okay.
When I'm ready and not before.
So Ruthless SSF Hardcore would be like the worst experience. Now I have to do major backtracking because I missed the Ankh somewhere. SSF Ruthless Hardcore is an achievement. Getting to what level is an achievement? I feel like PoE has not much of a difference in classes except they get some passives or slightly more specialized than the others. How wrong would you say I am here? So, originally in PoE, the only difference was where you start on the skill tree. Example, Witch, Templar, Marauder, and so on. So, like, a Marauder could cast Witch, like, get stuff for, like, you know, Lord of the Dead, but a Marauder would have to spend, like, 30 levels getting there, and a Witch would just spend 10 levels getting there. So a Witch made a better Necromancer than a Marauder did. But then they added the sub-specializations, and these are all pretty major. So that made it to where each of the base classes started to have distinct playstyles that they were best at, that the others just, you know, couldn't hold a candle to for those specific things. Oh wait, I think I see it. That's past it. The Ankh. Okay, now we run back. Real quick. Let's see, we were going here, putting us at 2,900 life. Is Templar basically a paladin class? Kind of. To put it in simple terms, my new player guide touches on that, which I strongly recommend. At the top of the chat, it's pinned there. But this area here is int-related stuff, intelligence skills. This area down here is strength. This area is like strength and int stuff kind of meshed together. Templar starts in the middle of that area. He's like a strength/int hybrid. And so he's good at any skills that use one of those or both of those. It's like summoning a totem out of the ground and then the totem firing spells, and you know, or like doing a melee attack that's infused with magic, or like, you know, glacial blow or dominating blow, things like that. Righteous Fire, yep.
When I'm ready and not before.
Okay, let's go to town. Oh my god.
Why are you still standing there?
I wonder if there's a setting in the graphic settings to not see other people.
Bring me back something nice, huh?
Oh, wait. I forgot to do something. Hold on, I need to go back to the quay. I forgot to use the Ankh that I went back for. Well, at least we got the waypoint, so I won't have to undo this backtrack again. What runs Cyclone nowadays? I haven't looked into that, but Cyclone is green, so I usually think Ranger or Shadow or Duelist, which are the ones that start in that area of the skill tree. You keep your wisdom portal scrolls the bottom left, heresy. Top left is the way to go. Enjoy your save PoE. They go in the bottom left, same place your Tome of Town portal goes in D2. Alright, quest
should have
complete.
kept
We have
him
killed
how
her
he
boyfriend
was.
again.
I would have.
Alright.
Here for a deal? Don't drink the water.
Don't drink the wall. Don't know that I'm gonna need these, but for now, let's just do this. Cluster jewel tab.
That would just make life complicated.
Alright. Hello, by the way. Hello, Steven! It's hard for me since being classes with the same archetype, and that prefer classes with the archetype with mine. I mean, I would just look at the ascendancies. For example, a witch can become a necromancer or an elementalist or a occultist. So if you really wanted to play a build that does a heavy reliance on curses or elemental damage or summoning, you might really enjoy witch. Now, that doesn't mean the others can't do that, but she excels at doing a heavy focus on it. You know? So, you know, if you're trying to decide something to play, maybe just look at, like, the ascendancies for each and see if one catches your eye. That would be my recommendation. But don't be afraid to just fumble around and make mistakes and try new stuff on the next one. You don't have to... Like, I'm 1,600 hours in and I'm copying someone's build for the first time. You do not have to copy builds. But, you know, the super ultra hyper endgame bosses that like 1% of the population kill will require serious build planning. A lot of bomb mobs. Ice ones to the left and water ones to the right. We're still fighting. I would almost say only thing that's Gallmancer can only be played by Elementalists. Yeah, they're gonna be better at because Elementalists have way more passive buffs to their golems. Like, they get a higher number of golems than the classes do. So playing a Golemancer as like a Scion would, you'd have less. But it's like, Hierophant, which is a Templar thing, has lots of passive bonuses for totems. So if you're gonna go a totem build, they have some good inclination for that. And again, you can absolutely use totems on anybody. But if you're going to go a totem that shoots spells, they have some they have an ascendancy all about that. What would your tips be for a player that wants to venture into creating their first PoE build? If you haven't already watched it, watch my new player's guide. If you have already watched it, then expanding upon that, essentially, okay, it's like this. First thing is you get enough damage, and then you put everything else into survivability. This isn't Diablo 2 where you just put every single point into DPS. You get enough damage that you feel you're okay, and then put everything else into defense. Because even with doing that, you'll sometimes get one shot. So you definitely want to do that. You make sure your resistances are capped, at least fire, cold, and lightning. They should be at 75. Chaos is harder to get up there, but try. Fire, cold, and lightning should always be at 75 after you've got your build kind of figured out. So if you change a piece of gear and that slips, you should fix that. Aside from that, you know, getting things like armor or evasion up there with, you know, auras, stuff like that. Pick a skill to be your primary skill. If possible, get like a 6-link for it. Let's pretend the skill is something that does physical damage. I'm gonna just pick something like Summon Zombie. Then you would add more support gems onto it that buff physical damage. Things like maybe like Maim or Brutality or increased Fizz damage or increased minion damage because it's a minion. You know, anything to just keep adding more multipliers on it. And then you could add a curse to the build that debuffs the enemy like vulnerability so that Fizz damage hits harder. Then you could add an aura to yourself so that Fizz damage hits harder again, such as, you know, I don't know, haste or something like that. So basically, you know, you get a skill that you want to be your bread and butter. You get support gems for that skill. You get a curse for enemies that will make them get hurt by that skill more. You get an aura for you that makes that skill hit harder. And, you know, resistances, defensive, stuff like that. Like, those are all the basics. No matter what build you're playing, all of that is true. First. And a movement skill, true. Having one block skill is not that bad either. Like, Necromancer comes with one with bone armor. Okay, they got that. Let's see.
Gambling with our lives, haha!
And detonate.
Not today.
Okay. RGB. Orb of Alchemy. Mike, did you play Wrath of the Righteous or just Kingmaker? Both. I played Kingmaker 5 years ago. I recently did a new playthrough of Kingmaker, which is recorded on Mukluk Plays, if you wish to see it. I played Wrath of the Righteous back when it came out, and that is also on Mukluk Plays, fully recorded, if you would like to watch it. And if you need it, the links in the chat right now are to my 2 YouTube channels. The second one is Mukluk Plays, which has a playlist with each of the games I've played on stream for the last few years.
I like you better.
All neatly organized by playlists, and there's like 10,000+ videos on there. For your binging pleasure.
When I'm ready, and not before.
Got it. Yes, I would like to watch it. Nice. Oh, I hope you enjoy it. Yeah, one thing that drove me bonkers, after I finished Wrath of the Righteous, I was like, okay, now I'll look at spoilers. And I started watching other people play it. and I saw a character I didn't recognize. I'm like, who is that? And Chad was like, oh, that's a character from really early in the game that you missed and never met that person. And they're a companion through the whole game, but you like didn't find them and missed them. I was like, what? So I won't say who it was, but I apparently missed a like lifelong companion at the beginning of the game. And went the whole game without them. Never knowing they existed. I won't say, because we got someone who's about to watch it. I don't want to spoil them. That what sounded more like Lil Jon. Okay! Yeah! Strong box over here. Nothing good. PvE's the type of game where people with over 25 hours in the game still got things to learn, so try to learn things a little time. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Just try to play and have fun, and then, you know, anytime you learn something, if you want to respec, they've made respecking easier than it's ever been now with the addition of the respec guy in King's March. In the past, if you wanted to respec, it was usually just like make a new character. It's not as bad anymore. He's thick. What made you play a minion build? I ask because the league starts a lot of new additions to melee. I don't. Okay, so wow, I have a lot of bleeding on me. I have played this game for 1,600 hours. I have tried many different builds. In 1,600 hours, I have tried many different builds in this game, right? The ones that I have the most fun playing are the totem builds or the minion builds. That's just a personal preference. I am absolutely not saying it's stronger or better in any way. It just makes my brain make the happy juice, right? That's it. And so I looked at, I was like, all right, guys, I'm gonna try hard this league. I do still want to play something within the category of what I enjoy. And a bunch of people said, hey, look at Gazzy TV's guides. He does a lot of summoning stuff. And I was like, okay, so not totem, but summoning stuff. That's fine. So I looked at Gazzy's stuff, and I looked through a bunch of his guides, and he had like 20 or 30 guides. And I found this one. I'm like, okay, I've never played Absolution, and it is summoning, and it's solo self-found safe, which means I won't have to trade with other people much. I'm not playing in solo self-found, but by playing an SSF build, I don't have to trade often. So that's how I got here. But yeah, some of the, what is it? They removed all melee totems, but in compensation, they vastly buffed the damage of like all melee skills. Guys firing lasers at me, but I don't care. At Mukluk, speaking of curses, are you using conductivity or elemental weakness? No, I am following the guide made by the 25,000 hours in this game senpai, and that is not yet on the guide where I'm at.
Let's deal.
But I do think we are using conductivity later on. Hi. You poor dude. Was he sleeping and you just scooped him up?
He had his eyes open.
You are very patient. Wow, I think the Path of Exile cosmetic